Hello my friends, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Super stoked to have you here. I wanted to share my personal recipe, as I like to call it, for a peaceful and relaxing writing morning. As busy entrepreneurs and artists, we can often get just lost in the busy schedule of every day, but it's important as writers to take time to look after ourselves and our craft by making sure we're creating an optimal space for us to be creative. So first things first, I think one of the most important things to do when you're sitting down to write, if it's first thing in the morning, maybe it's at night if you're working a job during the day, whatever your own personal routine is, before you start writing, go about choosing where you want to write mindfully. I think we can sometimes just end up writing in the same place over and over again, but actually it's nice to, instead of just defaulting to something because we always have, think, why do I write in this space? Is this space inspiring to me? And answer that question and see if you can change it up a little bit if you find like, you know what, I don't even know why I write here because I feel stagnant in this space or this space is too cluttered. I've found through my practice of minimalism that by minimizing the amount of clutter and or distractions around me, I can really enhance and step up my creativity by being in a fresh, airy space, being mindful about where I choose to write and taking time to tidy up and declutter before I get into writing. I highly recommend taking a few moments to do that before you dive into your craft. Second, create an atmosphere. Any writing nook, no matter how ordinary it might seem to you, can be turned into a lovely and kind of mystical feeling, if that's your vibe, little environment. It can embody whatever you're writing. I love to do this. I write mainly fantasy. I love to write in an atmosphere that feels fantastical. You'll see behind me, this is my writing space. I love hanging out in this little space. It feels very relaxing with bamboo elements, plant elements. I have a Himalayan salt lamp. I love my Himalayan salt lamp. I have a diffuser over here diffusing some nice relaxing essential oils. I like to take time to do these things to create a nice relaxing atmosphere that matches the mood of what I'm writing. And if you don't have an oil diffuser, another thing I like to do is just have a little jar of essential oil next to me, opened up. This is one of my favorite essential oil blends. I diffuse it every day. I'll leave the link below in the description, but it smells amazing on its own. So I'll just have this next to my writing space on my desk, and it just really gives off a nice scent as I'm writing. And it's, if you can find different blends that actually help to enhance feelings of relaxation, and like things like eucalyptus, lavender, those are always great to have in your space. It just really invites a nice calming atmosphere. So I love to take the time to carefully curate what's in my space. Think of it more as inviting things into your space rather than just sitting down and whatever is there is there. Take time to curate that little aura of focus. Next, I love to make something lovely to drink. A lot of times it's a warm beverage, but in the summer it can be iced as well. My go-to, as you guys know if you've followed me for any length of time, is a cup of coffee. I love a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning, typically mixed with some coconut oil, maybe a drop or two of organic liquid stevia. I've also been really enjoying making matcha lattes. So full of lovely antioxidants that are great for you, and it helps also to promote brain health and functionality. So that's always great if you're into that. It tastes like kind of an earthy, delicious green tea. I also love doing herbal teas. You can find herbal teas that promote relaxation as well, such as lavender, etc., chamomile, all that good stuff. I actually made a video all about making organic, fresh lavender tea from lavender I picked in my yard. So check that out if you'd like to see how to make lavender tea from freshly picked lavender, as well as a few other things. But I love to take time to make a warm beverage before I get started writing because it's kind of a trigger. Having my cup of coffee is like, I do this, then I create. I have my coffee, I create. I have my coffee, I write. And it's actually funny because on mornings when I'm not writing, it feels weird, almost like something's just missing. I feel like I want to now sit down for a few hours and listen to a good soundtrack and write my book. So let that kind of be a little ritual that triggers feelings of creativity. Next, I would suggest trying different things. Go outside, write in a different area than you're normally used to writing in, write in a different room, a different chair, write at a coffee shop, try standing at a desk or sitting at a low table like I have been enjoying for several months now. I've gotten very used to writing on the floor. I love how it promotes lots of healthy movement. It doesn't feel as stagnant as sitting in a chair. I will link a video below. Something that inspired me to try a low table is a YouTube channel called Thoughtworthy Co. And they raise some interesting questions and ideas for why it's actually quite healthy to sit on the floor and invites lots of movement. So if you feel like you're a writer that feels really stagnant and hunched over like I often felt, switching over to a floor table was an amazing difference. So try different things. If you feel like you're getting stagnant or it's a little bit of a stressor to head into your writing morning or evening, try something new. Try writing somewhere else or try a different method of writing and see if that helps to freshen your routine. And lastly, I highly recommend keeping it simple. Don't stack too many preparations on top of finally sitting down to write. I heard a quote somewhere one time about how sometimes preparation can become procrastination, and we really don't want to do that with our writing craft. We want to be preparing, of course, but we don't want to be stacking so many things in front of writing that our preparations actually just go on and on and on and on, and before you know it, look at that, we've run out of time to write, but we've spent all this time preparing. Don't be afraid of it. Dig into the process, enjoy it. You've got this. You are a writer because you write, and don't put too many things before that. Do just enough to get yourself in the creative mood, then get right into it. So those are a few tips that have really helped me to create a relaxing and peaceful writing atmosphere for myself, whether you're writing in the morning, evening, whenever it is you're writing. Just little things you can do to help enhance a relaxing, lovely atmosphere around this creative zone in which you can write your book and enjoy yourself. So I hope those sparked some creative ideas. I would love to hear your thoughts below in the comments. If you want to hear more about my personal writing process, also my sister Abby's, you can check out our podcast, which I will link above. We talk a lot about this idea of creating a focus zone, be it how you organize your writing in your computer or how you're organizing and keeping your space, whether you're into organization or minimalism like me. We cover it all in that episode of the podcast. Really stoked with how it came out, and I highly recommend it. We had a very good conversation. I'd love to include you guys in it. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay stoked, my friend.